So over the weekend, Marvel, since we want to talk about juggernauts, kings, and giants, Disney on Disney Plus, Marvel released WandaVision. Reviews have been, and from what I understand, a lot of people like it, but it's different, and it might not be for everybody. It's coming in totally different. It's a play on the it's a play on the sitcom world. Some people think that they're just gonna stay in that 50, 60 sitcom, but from my understanding, every episode will be a decade. The decades change because if you think about, if you have watched it, you see that the first episode was the 1950s, and then you go into the second episode, it was the 1960s. The whole house, the whole structure, the whole scheme of how everything that was going on changed up. So look at it like that. So you get the 50s, 60s, think of episode 3 is the 70s, episode 4 is the 80s, so forth and so on. So to me, that should be dope. I want to see how they play with that. Then with them throwing in the Easter eggs and stuff like that, and showing what's really going on with Wanda, because it's strange. You know, that's the perfect word for it. It's strange. WandaVision is strange. It keeps me intrigued. When I watched it, I guess that's all I can say. I was intrigued, man. You know what I'm saying? With me watching it, I was intrigued. I wanted to know what was going on with good old Wanda, man. Because bring this up, my bad. Bring this up. Oh, WandaVision. So yeah, because even if you look at the screens, I want to say these on top right here, those are modern, but you see the differences. Like this down here, that's the 80s. I think that was one of the first. That's the first episode, so that would be the 50s. And that's probably like that. I was like, it's so much stuff going, and that's another thing with WandaVision. It's so much stuff going on. It's so many Easter eggs. It's so much. Oh, did you catch that? Did you know what I'm saying? It's as psychological as it is actually inside the show that we're watching. It also plays psychologically on us, the viewer. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's what's dope about Wanda, man. I keep just saying Wanda. About WandaVision is because of how dope it is, man. So as you know, this kicks off phase 4, Marvel Studios phase 4. Let me just give a quick synopsis. Disney Plus, it premiered its first 2 episodes of the series. It's really, I guess, you know what I'm saying? I want to say spoilers, but it ain't really too much you can really spoil. We got the first 2 episodes. First episode, WandaVision, you know what I'm saying? Moving to a new house. I want, like I said, 50s is black and white. Wanda, no vision, able to recall many details of what's going on in their past lives. So they're playing in this big sitcom trope. You know what I'm saying? You got Vision's boss, Mr. Hart, and his wife. They come over for dinner. Mr. Hart nearly chokes, and Vision has to save him or whatever. And then they just go about their life. It's the basic sitcom, 1950 sitcom trope. You see what I'm saying? Wanda tries to cook dinner. It becomes a catastrophe. The neighbor, Agnes, comes over, who's played by, I want to say her name is Han. But she plays the hell out of that role. Nosy neighbor tries to help Wanda figure out what to do for this date that they really don't have no clue about, because there was like a calendar on the wall and it just had a heart over the inside the date or whatever, and neither one of them could really figure out what that date was for. So they kind of was, going back and forth real witty with each other about, if you don't know the date, I'm not going to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like playing out, like if you ever watched, I want to say like Bewitched, I Love Lucy, I Dream of Jeannie, Dick Van Dyke. You know, that's what this is. This reminds me of like Dick Van Dyke. So I grew up watching a lot of Nick at Night. You know what I'm saying? Right as I'm going to bed, I would, put that Nick at Night on and watch that. And this is exactly what it reminds me of, man. But so then you got episode 2, because I'm not ready to get into the Easter eggs yet. I'm gonna just go over the synopsis of these episodes. So episode 2, WandaVision, they has to come up with a magic act for the neighborhood to help the children, to impress Dottie, who is like the local magistrate of the neighborhood, if you want to say, you know what I'm saying? You see Vision at work, I'm sorry. Vision goes to a neighborhood watch meeting at the local library, eats a piece of gum. Now, Vision don't eat, he don't drink, none of that, don't sleep. Eats a piece of gum, the gum messes up his inside, which in turn makes him feel like he's intoxicated. You see what I'm saying? So, and like he can't get drunk, but since it's messing with his gears, it's a nice little funny bit. You know what I'm saying? A little comedic bit. Vision shows up to do the magic act, and he's drunk, and he's just showing off his powers or whatever. And Wanda has to kind of correct him. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, ha ha ha. But his strings involved to show that he's not really using his super strength. He got a pulley, and you know what I'm saying? Because it's all about magic. So Wanda, being as powerful as she is, and Vision being as strong and powerful he is, they can really do all these things. But the neighborhood, the neighbors, they wouldn't be able to understand, what they can really do. But Wanda and Wanda, like I said, tries to correct Vision or show that his magic is fake. You know what I'm saying? So that's the gist of that. At the end, it shows Wanda being pregnant and stuff like that. But that's like the gist of the first 2 episodes. Like I said, it's just a quick synopsis. I'll probably come back and do a real deep dive into the episodes later on. But now I'm gonna tell you this: it's not action packed. If you're looking for Avengers Endgame or the Winter Soldier or Iron Man type, you're not gonna get that from this. Not yet. Not saying it won't happen, but these first 2 episodes not jam packed at all. You know what I'm saying? No action whatsoever. I won't say it won't be no action, but it's not the action that you're looking for. Like I said, this is more psychological. This is more for you to pay attention to the little nuances that's going on, the Easter eggs and stuff like that. And with me talking Easter eggs, hop into some of these Easter eggs that we got. So like I said, episode 1 and 2, they contained a lot of Easter eggs and just Marvel lore. You know what I'm saying? Marvel references, if you want to talk about it. So every episode seems to have an ad. Now the first ad, because like I said, watching this series is like watching a sitcom. So a sitcom will be broken up. You know what I'm saying? When you watch TV, a commercial will come on. So every episode to me seems like it's going to have a commercial, and these commercials, now this is to me, this is what I think. These commercials are trauma that Wanda has gone throughout her life. So you have the first commercial, which is it's the toaster. I'm sorry. So you got the toaster, the Toastmate 2000 or what it is, and it just starts beeping, and like I said, everything is black and white, but this little red beeping, flashing light that's on the toaster. Now, if you know anything about the Marvel or what was going on in the movies, Tony, because the Toastmate 2000 is made by Star Industries, and it seems like it's a bomb. And if you remember what Wanda and her brother, rest in peace to Quicksilver, he said that they got their building blew up, killed their mom. The bomb, bombs came in, blew up the building, and they were stuck under the rubble. And it was a bomb that came in, but it didn't go off. And they just looked at this bomb. And to me, that's what I think it reminded me of. That would be the first trauma in Wanda's life, because it was just the toaster had Star Industries on it, and it was just beep, red beep, and red beep. So I thought that was kind of dope. And then you had the second ad, which was a watch. So it was an advertisement for a watch. Now, another thing too to keep in mind, these ads is always a lady and a guy, and it seems like, I wonder if they're going to be in every ad, every commercial, because I don't know if anybody else noticed that. If y'all noticed it, let me know. But it seems like these two people are in every ad. I wonder what role that they play once it becomes clear what's going on in WandaVision. So you got this second commercial is an ad for a watch, right? And it's a Strucker watch. And if y'all know who Strucker is the person who took over Hydra, and the person who made Wanda and Pietro who they are. You know what I'm saying? So the tagline is "He'll make time for you," implies Strucker's what it says. Strucker, he'll make time for you. So I'm thinking this is another trauma in Wanda's life from when Strucker got them as what's the word I'm looking for? Kids, and experimented on them. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what that is. So the Toasters ad was "Forget your past, this is your future." And Watch's ad was "Strucker, he'll make time for you." So it seems like this might also be a play on time, because a lot of the things that's going on, they speak about time. You see what I'm saying? So that's that watch. And everybody's talking about they want a Strucker watch now, man. I don't know. I mean, it looked cool, but I guess it would be dope to just, if Marvel did make a watch, just to have it as memorabilia, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. So also another little Easter egg is when Wanda goes to the open credits on episode 2. It's animated. The opening credits on episode 2 is animated, and it shows Wanda at the supermarket. And if you look on the back, there are posters. One of them is Bova's milk. The other one is Auntie A's kitty litter, and another one is Wonder O's. All right, so Bova milk, if y'all don't know in the comics, Bova is the cow humanoid that helped raise Wanda and Pietro when they were kids, and they were it was like a midwife, you know what I'm saying? So, and was there Wanda's and Pietro's birth. And then you got Auntie A's kitty litter, Auntie A being Agnes, or Agatha Harkness, because I think that's what Agnes, I think they took the AG and the NES from those two and combined them. Agatha Harkness is an ancient witch who actually teaches Wanda how to use magic. So a lot of people be on the lookout for that Agnes character to maybe be an interpretation of Agatha Harkness. And then she also has a cat named Ebony, and you can see the cat on Auntie A's kitty litter. And then you have Wonder O's, and if y'all know who Wonder Man is, he plays a big role in both Wanda's life and Vision's life, because Vision's brain patterns was actually in the now this is in the comic books. Vision's brain patterns was actually copied from Wonder Man. His name is Simon. I can't remember his full name, but then also in that same animated opening, you see Vision floating through the door, and you see through the floor, and you see the Grim Reaper helmet. That is Wonder Man's brother, Grim Reaper. So it's a lot of, I'm telling you, man, it's a lot of stuff going on with that. So what other Easter eggs we got? Oh yeah, the wine. You got the wine bottle. A lot of people say I forgot what it means on there. House of Contempt. Mason Dave Miport. I can't speak French, so but that loosely translate into House of Contempt, which is a throwback to the House of M comic storyline. So if y'all know anything about the House of M, y'all know that's what Wanda had a mental just snafu, and she just said no more mutants, and it was no more mutants for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So then you got the Beekeeper in episode 2, and if y'all know who the Beekeepers are, those are the AIM agents. That's what they call themselves. They wear these yellow suits, look like a yellow beekeeper suit. And they are AIM. AIM is the Advanced Idea Mechanics in the comic book. So be on the lookout for that. Even though he had a sword symbol on his back, which is kind of weird, but to me, the beekeeper is an AIM agent because what's going on to me is Wanda has this something that's going. She's in full control, and I'm gonna tell you this. I think Wanda and I think Vision is alive. I think Wanda's in full control, and I think Vision is alive because if you watch these episodes, when she does have these, when she gets distracted, you can see the outside world kind of come in, right? But Vision is off doing his own thing. You see what I'm saying? And he's also aware that something is weird, something is wrong here. So that leads me to believe that Vision is still alive or has been brought back to life some kind of way, you know what I'm saying, some way, somehow. So to me, the beekeeper, he's not the literal beekeeper, but that's the nickname that they call those AIM agents in the comic books. They refer to themselves as beekeepers. Then you got SWORD, which is the organization that I think is watching Wanda and Vision. And if you know what SWORD is, SWORD in the comics stands for Sentient World Observation. What is it? Shit. I can't remember. I might have to come back to it. Damn, I can't remember. Either way, but they deal with space threats. But it seems here that they're dealing with, because I heard that it's instead of sentient world, now it's sentient weapons. So I think they're looking at Wanda and Vision as actual weapons, and they're doing investigations on them. It could mean that they're causing Wanda to have this problem, to have this issue, or Wanda just did this issue on her own, you know what I'm saying, and encased everything in this bubble, in this field, and everybody who got trapped in this field is now living as a neighbor, which also includes Monica Rambeau, who was the first Captain Marvel, who now is going by Gertrude. I think she knows a little bit more too. I think it's 3 people who know what's going on. I think Dottie knows what's going on. I think Agnes knows what's going on, and I think Monica Rambeau, aka Geraldine. I don't know why she chose Geraldine as her little code name. I think she knows what's going on. Everybody else might just be stuck there, and their mental fortitude just ain't strong enough to last and see what's going on. But that's what I think that is. And then you also have the bump. So the bump to me is, it could have something to do, it could be supernatural, could have something to do with Mephisto. I know a lot of people want Mephisto to be inside this storyline. That could happen. I wouldn't mind seeing it happen, because Mephisto did play a big part when it came to when Wanda when she did manifest her own kids. A piece of Mephisto's soul was in each one of her kids, and it took Agatha Harkness to help actually realize that Wanda's kids wasn't real. And at the end of episode 2, you do know that she has the bump. She's pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So that might actually have something to do with Mephisto. Who knows? But it's a lot of Easter eggs going on. If you don't know the comic lore, these WandaVision could bore you. If you do know the comic lore, you know what to look for. So that's the only thing that I can really say, man. But end all be all, I'm really enjoying it. I'm gonna go back and watch 1 and 2 again. It made me actually go back to watch a lot of these. I went back to watch which one was it? Oh, Age of Ultron, and then not Winter Soldier, but Civil War. I went back to watch those just to get just to get my bearings back on Wanda and Vision and everything that happened at the at Sokovia, the city of Sokovia. And you know what I'm saying, get a little bit more insight on that. So that's dope, man. I like I said, I'm really enjoying WandaVision. What do y'all think though? Did y'all enjoy it? What do y'all rate it? I'm not gonna get my rating on this. I'm gonna just say I enjoyed it. I liked it. I think it's different. And I think that's a good thing. I think in order for Marvel to keep evolving, you got to bring something different. You got to bring something different to the table, because if I keep hitting you with the same old thing, it's going to end up being stagnant, like over there at the CW. Right now, the CW is that you could take every property, every DC property at the CW, they're all cookie cutter. No more. Stop with the cookie cutter, man. CW, I need to stop with that cookie cutter stuff, man. So I like that Marvel is taking a whole different approach. I know some people ain't gonna like it. Some people are saying that they'll wait and just binge it. That way they don't have to worry about a slow episode. They could just go on to the next. But I think this is perfect. I think this is perfect. They gave us 2 episodes to let us know. I know a lot of people complain, oh, it's black and white, but they told you it was gonna be like this. It ain't like they ain't tell you that it was gonna be black and white. They told you. But like I said, I enjoyed it, man. So what did y'all think? Hit me up in the comments. Leave a comment. Hit me up on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter. I'm everywhere, man. I'm everywhere, my guys. Everywhere.